Check one, check two. Check one, check two. Well, if you can't tell from the weather outside, it is a gloomy and rainy day here at the Joseph and Mildred Murray Stadium Field on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County. But that is not going to stop us from seeing some men's soccer action as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals welcome the Jersey Blues of Brookdale Community College for today's match. Hello, folks. This is Isaac Donsky here once again to bring you all the action. And before we begin today's game, just want to quickly apologize to those of you who watched our home opener last week, or at least the first 30 minutes of it. A power outage across the university campus resulted in us being unable to broadcast the entire game. We apologize about that, and thankfully, the only issue we have to deal with today is the weather. As you can probably tell, it is foggy, misty, muggy, whatever you want to call it. Really nasty weather out there. It was even worse this morning, but the game must go on no matter what. Catonsville enters today's contest 0-5 on the season, 0-4 in conference play, but don't let that record distract you from the fact that this is a rebuilding team, a young team, mostly made up of freshmen, and the team has looked surprisingly good in their last few matches. After giving up 19 goals to start the season, the Cardinals have only allowed 3 in the last 2 games. They're coming off a 2-0 loss to Prince George's Community College on Thursday. Leading the way for the Cardinals has been Alec Britton. The star forward has 1 assist on the season, 7 shots. Abdul Loam has also shown promise. He has the only goal of the season for the Cardinals and also 2 points. Their opponent today are the Brookdale Jersey Blues from Brookdale Community College up in New Jersey. They're sitting on a 1-2 record on the season, have yet to play a conference game, and are coming off a 2-1 loss to Montgomery College just yesterday. Leading the way for the team has been Augusto Bomtempo. 5 goals on the season, 11 points, 14 shots. He leads the team with 1 assist as well. It's pretty much a one-man show over there at Brookdale, but they have a very talented roster as well. Today's game is going to be a good one. This weather could even the playing field between these two teams. Will Catonsville be able to get its first win of the season, or will Brookdale finish up their Maryland road trip with a victory? We'll just have to wait and find out. We'll be right back with the starting lineup for today's game in just a moment. We are back on this misty gray afternoon with the starting lineups for today's match, and we're going to start with the visitors from Brookdale Community College, the Jersey Blues. Starting goalkeeper will be sophomore number 1, Mari Tehunen from Long Branch, New Jersey. Starting midfield will be freshman number 3, Arturo Hernandez Garcia from Long Branch, New Jersey. Starting in defense will be freshman number 4, Cesar Rojas Jimenez from Long Branch, New Jersey. Starting at forward, sophomore number 10, Augusto Bomtempo from Long Branch, New Jersey. There's a lot of Long Branches in this list. Starting at forward, freshman number 11, Ajani Bruni from Neptune, New Jersey. Starting at forward, sophomore number 12, Liam Stewart from Long Branch, New Jersey. Starting at midfield, freshman number 14, William LeBruno from Oceanport, New Jersey. Starting back in the defense, sophomore number 16, Jansen Munoz from Long Branch, New Jersey. Starting midfield, sophomore number 20, James Schultz from Ocean Township, New Jersey. Starting midfield, freshman number 23, Christopher Mazza from Howell, New Jersey. Starting at defense, sophomore number 25, James Vasilakos from Holmdel, New Jersey. And starting as defender, sophomore number 29, Giovanni Morales from Neptune, New Jersey. The Jersey Blues are coached by head coach Brad Fraley with assistant coaches Connor Hansen, Jose Bastidas, and Michael Durazo. Check that, folks. Just got a note. 29, Giovanni Morales is not starting. My apologies there. Here are the starters for the Catonsville Cardinals. Starting at goalkeeper, freshman 00, Austin Thomas from Rosedale, Maryland. Starting defenders, freshman number 2, Paul Catafalmo from Rosedale, Maryland. Freshman number 3, James Anderson from Baltimore, Maryland. Sophomore number 4, Eric Velasquez from New Carrollton, Maryland. And freshman number 13, Sharif Haidara from Conakry, Guinea. Your starting forwards, freshman number 9, Mike Miranda from Catonsville, Maryland. Freshman number 10, Alec Britton from Dundalk, Maryland. And your starting midfielders, freshman number 14, Brendan Hartman from Baltimore, Maryland, and freshman midfielder number 15, Evan Sims from Towson, Maryland. Two more defenders for you. Last two starters, freshman number 17, Caleb Akano from Lagos, Nigeria, and freshman number 18, Abu Diallo from Randallstown, Maryland.
Yeah, because it gives a little bit of air.
Okay.
How do I restart this to 45?
Is it fully stopped?
Yeah.
Hit the set main clock come to your left, the red stop button, to your So it's left, stop, set main clock.
Oh, sorry.
And then it needs to read 4500 and then hit enter, yes. Okay,
And then start when they start.
obviously, yes, once ball is touched, yeah.
No, no, you-
And should there be any issue, make sure that, like, let's say they needed to be at 45, 49, it would be 45, 4549 one reading there.
Okay.
For, just throw a random number out there.
Yeah.
So we get set to go here. Cardinals in red with black jerseys, white numbers. Brookdale all white with red numbers.
Catonsville will be in the red jerseys. They will be moving left to right in the first half for those of you in the stands. Brookdale in the white jerseys will be moving right to left.
So we're about to get underway on this muggy, rainy afternoon. It'll be Alec Britton who will begin at center midfield for us. And we're underway. Cardinals immediately jumping back on defense here. That's number 17, Caleb Akano. Cardinals have shown impressive defensive prowess in their last couple of games after struggling early on. As I mentioned in the intro, they allowed 19 goals in their first 3 games, but only 3 in the last 2. So there's definitely been some improvement. If you count in a scoreless tie in the first half in their last home game, they've definitely shown that this is not the same team that started off the season. Bomb tempo for Brookdale with the ball, loses it. That's going to be Evan Sims trying to track it down. The rain could be a factor in causing this game to be a tad more even. Cardinals showing a lot of pressing attack here. I apologize now if I'm a little slow to name out names. Because of the way that it has been raining and the fog on the windows, it's a tad difficult to see jersey numbers. We're going to try our best. Brookdale trying to reset. And Catonsville with a good stop there. Akano shoots across midfield to find Sharif Haidera. Cardinals with a good chance here. That shot deflects off the back of one of Brookdale's defenders. I believe that was Garcia. That'll get knocked out of bounds.
Corner kick, Catonsville.
So it'll be the first corner kick of the game for the Cardinals, and by the looks of it, Alec Britton will take it. Good chance here for the Cardinals to try and get their first goal since the season opener. Britton will take it. Headed out of there by the Jersey Blues. 3 headers in a row. One Brookdale player goes down, and now Brookdale with a chance. Another one gets tossed to the ground. And here's a good chance for Brookdale. Akano in there trying to break it up. That's Bomb Tempo, the leading scorer for the Jersey Blues, has it taken away by Akano. Good play there. He finds Abu Diallo, and Catonsville will reset. Now a chance here for Alec Britton. Down the far side of the pitch. Britton motioning, trying to set up a play. Chance for the Cardinals. Can't see who that is. Knocked away by Brookdale. Right back to Haidera. Cardinals showing a lot of aggression here, more than they have in their past couple of games. Here's Paul Catafalmo. He's going to try and reset here. Evan Sims down to the near side of the pitch. Tries to find Mike Miranda out there in the corner, but a Jersey Blue is able to get there instead, and it goes out of bounds. So a goal kick here for Brookdale. And again, Catonsville showing some aggression as they grab it back. Shot there by Hydera actually hit the ref. There's going to be a quick pause. Cardinals trying to reset. That's Eric Hernandez. Excuse me, Eric Velasquez. It looks like that pass to James Anderson went out of bounds. Now the Cardinals will try again. Anderson shoots upfield. Here's a chance for Alec Britton. Trying to get away from his defender. He goes down. Brookdale will get it out of there. Now another chance here for Catonsville. Very different from our last home game where the Cardinals felt like we're always on defense. They've been solely on offense here in these opening minutes as that shot gets deflected out of bounds.
Corner kick, Catonsville.
There'll be a corner kick for Catonsville. Kick will settle into the gloves of Brookdale's goalkeeper. That's Madi Tenhunen. And it'll be a reset here for the Jersey Blues. Catonsville gets it right back. Cardinals trying to get something going here on the near side of the pitch. And a chance here for Brookdale. Liam Stewart, number 12. Trying to beat 17. That's Akano. Goes out of bounds.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
There'll be a corner kick for Brookdale. Stewart with the kick, knocked up. There's a whistle. So Catonsville will get a reset here. Liam Stewart for Brookdale arguing his case. As the Cardinals try to reset. Catafalmo's pass is deflected. Brookdale playing aggressive here. That's number 11, Johnny Bruni. And it gets headed out of bounds, so Brookdale with another chance. The Cardinals will come up with a good defensive stop here. Velasquez passes out to Hartman. And it just sails out of bounds. Rather, rolls out of bounds. Scrum the middle. Cardinals trying to break away. Hartman getting mobbed there. Finds Velasquez. He passes out to Sims. Catafalmo off the near side. Finds Britton, who finds Mike Miranda. Miranda trying to get to Hartman. Cardinals trying to get a chance here. And Hartman gets away from his defender. Cardinals playing it very safe here trying to test Brookdale's defense. Brookdale will get a chance. Not before Caleb Acano manages to block it. And this should be going to the Cardinals, as Bomb Tempo got a cleat on it. Catafalmo will toss it in. Immediately goes to Sims, who passes down to Diallo. Abu Diallo is going to have it taken away momentarily. Cardinals very aggressive with their press here. Here's Stewart. He gets knocked down to the turf. There's a whistle. Now Brookdale on the offensive as Mike Miranda goes to the turf. Bounced around. Acano got a little aggressive there, and he's going to be called for that by the ref. That was Bomb Tempo who he knocked down, and it looks like it's going to be Bomb Tempo who's going to get a free kick here. Kick is blocked nicely by Catonsville's wall. Bomb Tempo got a second chance, and it sailed through the uprights for a field goal. But that's the wrong sport. So now a corner kick here for Brookdale.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
Looks like it'll be taken by Stewart. Shot knocked around. That's dangerous, but knocked out of there by the Cardinals. Another chance here for Brookdale to try and reset. Deep pass over the middle. Anderson heads it away. Miranda tied up, trying to break loose. And he's got some momentum. Fighting with Bomb Tempo. He loses it. Bomb Tempo gets it back. Tripped up. It's slippery out there. And there's another whistle. So it'll be another free kick here for Brookdale. And once again, it looks like Bomb Tempo will take it. No, it's a fake. Instead, it will be taken by number 25, James Vasilekos. And a good stop there by Austin Thomas. Now the Cardinals back on the offensive after that prolonged defensive stop. Acano finds Miranda through a tight window, but he has it taken away. Ball goes out of bounds there, so Cardinals will get it back. That was Arturo Hernandez Garcia who accidentally dribbled it out. Looks like he forgot where he was for a second there. Now Brookdale back on the offensive. Sliding tackle there to get by Bomb Tempo to get it out of a dangerous position. Cardinals are already on it. They're going to have to reset here, though. Thomas tries to kick it out, but it kind of gets caught up in the air. Sims trying to break through. And another scrum at midfield. Brookdale back on the offensive. We've got about 31 minutes to go here in this first half. Still scoreless tie, as both teams have had some good chances, but have been able to break through each other's defenses, and it could be because of this steady rain, which is causing the play to be a lot more physical and a lot more slower. Chance here for Brookdale. Bomb tempo, guarded by Catafalmo. Can be mobbed by Cardinals here, and he has it taken away by Sims. Good pass by Sims. He finds Hartman. All by himself. Hartman goes out to Britton. He and Mike Miranda. He goes to Diallo. Diallo back to Miranda. Now Miranda down into the corner where I believe he thought Britton was going to be. And Britton was just a few steps behind. Nice pass there by Brookdale's defense to get it to Stewart. He's mobbed by Cardinals, goes down and slides for a bit. Shows you just how wet the turf is. Cardinals are going to try once again. Catafalmo, deep pass down towards Diallo. In the corner, Diallo, nice move to get away from his defender. Getting tricky with it. Tries to find Miranda, who steals it away. Here's a really good chance. Miranda with the shot wide. Just a tad wide by Mike Miranda, and that could have been the first points the Cardinals have scored since their season opener. Cardinals will get another try here with a corner kick. Here's the chance. Headed away by Brookdale. Sims trying to fight for it. Stewart's got it. Sims knocked away by Akano. And Catafalmo will get it back onto Brookdale's side of the field, only for it to be knocked right back. That's William LeBruno for Brookdale, who just gives it back to the Cardinals. And a quick whistle as it looks like Liam Stewart, number 12, seems to be bent over in pain there. Our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, headed out to the scene. So Liam Stewart, whose aggressive play up front had been one of the ways Brookdale was getting a lot of chances there. He's going off with an apparent injury, so into the game to replace him, I believe, if I can see who that is who walked on, that is number 7, Liam Mulvey, sophomore midfielder from Bradley Beach, New Jersey. You may have noticed in the intro, pretty much every member of Brookdale is from New Jersey. Big contrast there from Catonsville's slightly more international lineup. Not only that, but most, if not all, of a good majority of Brookdale's team all played together in high school. There are at least 11 players on the squad who came from Long Branch High School. So figuratively, Catonsville could be facing the entire starting lineup from Long Branch High School's senior class last year. Catonsville Well, Velasquez lost track of the ball there. LeBruno passes out back to number 16. That's Jansen Munoz. First time we've heard his name today. Brookdale trying here. Bomb tempo. Down to the corner, guarded by Catafalmo. He manages to squeak through 2 defenders, but loses track of the ball, and now a good chance for Catonsville. Britton loses track of the ball as well. As it goes out of bounds, possession will go back to Brookdale. So, in a corner kick coming up for the Jersey Blues.
Brookdale corner kick.
Gotcha. Catonsville will hold here, maybe. Yes. That's Mike Miranda had to get a little bit aggressive with it, but Catonsville will hold. Velasquez with a sliding tackle there to get it to Britton. He loses track of it for a second. I think he was hoping that Hartman would be over in that generation. There's a big collision at midfield. Sharif Haidara for the Cardinals went down, as did a Brookdale player. Haidara's back to his feet. The Brookdale player, who I believe... Is that one? No, that is... number 7. That's Liam Mulvey, who just checked in. Okay. Mulvey and Haidara both went down, but they're back on their feet. The yellow card is going to come out. Looks like it's going to be against Haidara. That pass gets deflected out of bounds by Jansen Munoz. So Catonsville will get possession right back. And Brookdale may be about to do a series of substitutions. They've got 3 players lined up ready to head in. Cardinals trying to reset here. Catafalmo near side of the pitch. If you want an indication of how much it's raining out there, just look at Paul Catafalmo's hair. Normally pretty bushy and blonde, now completely dark brown and soaked. That shows you just how much rain there is. It isn't a hard rain, it's more like a heavy drizzle, but it's been coming down steadily. Here's a good chance for the Cardinals. Velasquez trying to find Britton. Shot wasn't hard enough, and it's intercepted by James Vasilakos. Now Brookdale trying to reset. We've got 24 minutes to go here in the first half. As here come a wave of substitutions for Brookdale. Waiting to see who's coming in. Back to play we go. Cardinals trying to reset here. Brookdale now with a more heavy press. Here's Diallo. Trying to get away from pressure. He finds Haidara to Britton. Good behind the legs pass there by Britton. He goes over the middle to Miranda, but it's deflected away by the Jersey Blues. And now Brookdale on the offensive. Alec Britton is going to snuff out any opportunity there. Or is he? Bit of a bad pass. And a chance here for Bomb Tempo. Over the middle, shot no good. Wide. That was Christopher Mazza, number 23, whose shot went wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Anderson. Catonsville once again playing keep away here. Catafalmo thought about it, decided to play it safe. It looked like he was going to go for a deep shot out to number 8, Eduardo Lopez, who has checked into the game. Speaking of Lopez, here is a chance. Lopez. Well defended. He goes to Diallo. Catafalmo's back there to help out. Nice pass. Chance? No. Hartman had a great chance there. Wasn't able to get there in time. And it will go out of bounds. Possession will return to the Jersey Blues. So here comes a goal kick. Lopez kicks it away and it'll just sail out of bounds. Going up. Back in action we go. Miranda has it taken away, stolen away there by Sandro Luis. He is one of the new subs for the Jersey Blues. Now Brookdale on the offensive. Bomb tempo. His pass deflected out of bounds. So Brookdale will stay on the offensive. Catafalmo throws it in. More contact was made. Miranda's arguing his case. And it's going to go out of bounds, and possession will go back to Brookdale. Jersey Blues struggling here for a bit to retain control as it goes out of bounds once again. One has to wonder if that turf, with how soaked that turf is, that might explain why a lot of passes are looking so easily missed. Cardinals fighting here to keep this scoreless tie engaged, and they're going to get it for the moment. And there's another whistle. Kano finds Anderson on the far side. Anderson in the middle to Hydera. Back to Anderson. Cardinals are going to reset. James Anderson didn't like what he saw. Cardinals struggling here at the moment to try and break through Brookdale's defense. They might have a chance here with Eduardo Lopez. Lopez finds Hartman, who beats the goalkeeper, but they're going to call offsides on him. Well, it just feels like Catonsville's gotten so many chances this game, more than they usually do. They just have not been able. They just really haven't been able to capitalize on any of those chances. So they'll try again. Brookdale with a free kick here. Deep kick headed away by Catafalmo. Cardinals will reset Thomas. Opt for a quick pass to Akano. Got to be careful. Catafalmo finds Miranda, and it's stolen away. Here's bomb tempo. Chance for Brookdale. Mazza. Brookdale's going to get a big opportunity here if they can just seem to wrangle the ball. But Catonsville's holding firm for now. Velasquez, the one sophomore on the team. Good defense there, and it's going to be stolen away by the Cardinals and Brendan Hartman. Hartman, deep pass for Diallo. It's a track race. Diallo fighting to get there. There's a bit of a scrum. Hands are thrown in the air. Let's see who they're going to give it to. From the looks of it, it's going to be Brookdale possession. Another free kick for Catonsville there. Knocked up. And possession will go to the Cardinals. Abu Diallo out of the game as a sub comes in. I believe it is number 22, Dalton Jackson, who has entered the game. As believe it or not, it looks like the sun is trying to peek out. Field lightening a bit. Miranda. Here's a good chance here. Alec Britton racing to keep it from going out of bounds. He does just barely. It's kind of a sacrificial slide tackle there by James Schutz to keep it out of bounds. Brookdale takes over. And possession will go to the Cardinals as Mazza's pass was deflected out of bounds. Catafalmo will throw in. Akano. Cardinals trying to reset Anderson.
Stop the clock.
But just a brief stoppage here. So a brief stoppage there. As Catonsville's immediately going to head that one out of bounds. as there seems to be a bit of a disagreement. Not sure exactly what's going on, but there seems to be some disagreement. Oh. From the looks of it, the coaches might have been jawing at each other there, which is why we had a stop. We have this stoppage. That is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that happen when I've had a Catonsville game before. It's still 0-0 as we've got about 13 minutes to go here in the first half. What has been a wet and muggy first half. And now the Cardinals going to try and get a chance. Britton is slammed to the ground, and that could be a yellow card. And it will be a yellow card for, if he can turn around and I can see what his number is. Is that 14? Believe that was William LeBruno who got the yellow card. So great chance here for Catonsville. There's another collision. Seems every time somebody goes down, they're going to slide a few extra feet because of how wet the turf is. Still raining pretty steadily out there. As here comes a free kick for Brookdale. Brookdale with a chance. A Johnny Bruni fighting with Catafalmo, and Akano knocks it out. Britton tied up. He's going to keep on the offensive, though, but he'll lose that track race to the goalkeeper. Anderson comes rushing in there, trying to break that play up. It's Catonsville again kind of stuck at midfield here like we were a few minutes ago. Velasquez is going to reset, sends it back to Thomas. Akano, good pass attempt there. Miranda wasn't able to get there in time. Brookdale trying to reset. Jansen Munoz passes back to James Schutz. Brookdale trying to break through. They might have a chance here. Not if Paul Catafalmo has anything to say about it as he knocks it out. Hartman now loses track of it. Brookdale with another chance. But that pass goes, well, no, they still have it. For a second, it looked like Velasquez might have a chance to grab it instead. Brookdale with their best chance in quite a while at a score, as that shot by Christopher Mazza goes high over the crossbar. No goal there. So incoming goal kick here by 00 Austin Thomas. Well, the third or fourth time we've seen a Catonsville player down on the ground getting their shoes tied. I wonder if all this rain is making that more of an issue than it usually is. As we have another stoppage. A yellow card. Did he give that to... It almost looked like he was pointing at the goalkeeper, Mari Tenhunen. Not exactly sure what he did back there, but we're going to have a redo on the goal kick by Austin Thomas. Another yellow card. Not sure who it was given to, but by the way the ref was looking, he might have just given it to their goalkeeper. Could be there's some trash talking going on down the field that we're not aware of. We can't really hear anything up here. As there's another collision, and I believe that was Liam Mulvey, number 7, who went down. He's back to his feet. That turf is not pleasant to fall on, especially when it's wet. And the little black granules that make up the quote-unquote dirt of the turf can stick to you, especially if they're soaked. And they have gotten quite the soaking over the last couple of hours. It's been steadily raining here. Cardinals on the defensive now. As here comes, nope, not a corner. Not a corner just yet. Didn't go out in the right spot. Will be tossed out quite quick. I think they're going to call an offsides. Offsides on Brookdale. So Catonsville gets another break there. We've got just about 10 minutes to go here in this first half. It feels like it's been going on quite longer than the usual 45 minutes. The quality of play on the field has been a bit sloppy, but that's come to be expected. Check that. 7 minutes? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Speaking of 8, here's number 8, Eduardo Lopez, trying to break through, but Brookdale's going to come up with another defensive stop. Or are they? Paul Catafalmo, very aggressive, trying to break free, and Brookdale will get a chance. No, Akano with a great stop there, and another great stop by Caleb Akano. So Catonsville gets a good break, and here's a great chance here. Mike Miranda in the open, chance knocked away by Brookdale. And Miranda was coming right back for it. About the third or fourth time today that Catonsville's had an opportune scoring position as Catafalmo's pass to Miranda goes just a bit wide. Brookdale will be back on the offensive if they can get their players there in time. Instead, James Anderson with an excellent sliding tackle to keep Brookdale at bay. Brookdale will toss in. And the Jersey Blue is going to reset here. Shuts, passes out to Jimenez, and a good chance here for Brookdale. Or will they? Catonsville, oh. Check that, Caleb Akano may have accidentally gotten a hand on it. That's a handball. You saw him quickly pull his hand back as if he had touched a hot stove, as he knew at that moment I accidentally brushed it. So a free kick coming up here. Looks like number 7, Liam Mulvey, will take it. Mulvey's been kind of getting tossed around out there. He's hit the ground a couple of times, came in to replace Liam Stewart, who went out with an apparent injury. And Mulvey has hit the turf more times than I can count. Catonsville has been showing him the ropes. But here he is with a free kick attempt and a great chance by Brookdale right before the end of the first half to get some points on the board. Here is the shot, and it is way wide. There's another field goal, and it clears the fence, so it'll just roll back towards the track. Got to give credit to Mulvey. There was a lot of power there. Just wasn't on target. So Catonsville survives yet again. Cardinals' defense the last couple of games, it's kind of been like this. Catonsville's defense has played excellent in the first half of their last 3 games. The problem has been once the second half comes up, the team gets gassed, and they can't seem to keep the momentum up. The big difference between this game and the previous games, though, is simple. The offense has had plenty of chances to score. It's not like the previous couple of games where Catonsville struggled to even get their offense a chance to even get the ball onto the side of the field they want it to be on. In this game, they actually have had plenty of chances. That's got to be big improvement for the Cardinals. Head coach Kingsley Onwuka has said again and again, this is a rebuilding year. It's going to be rough at first, and it was rough. But these last couple of games, including this one, once again, Catonsville's defense has played great, and this time the offense is starting to play good as well. Abu Diallo almost had it for a second. It's going to be stolen away. And it will just roll out. Possession will stick with Catonsville, though, as Catafalmo will pass in to Akano. Akano finds Mike Miranda. Had to get aggressive. There's going to whistle there as Sandro Luis hit the ground. Excuse me, Sandro Lewis. We've got 3.5 minutes to go here in this first half. The score still 0-0 between Brookdale and Catonsville. Or maybe not. Good chance here. No. That was Mazza who headed it in, and it looked like it would almost go in for a second, but it just bounced off. It hit the very outside edge of the corner of the goal and just bounced off of it. I think goalkeeper Austin Thomas, by his reaction, knew it wasn't going in. Good heads-up move by him. Brookdale's going to retain possession here as that pass is intercepted. And they might have an even better chance. A shot, and again wide. And it hits the side of the net. It's the net, but the wrong side. Catonsville juggling it around, trying to get a chance. Number 11, Jason Blanco, who's in the game now. I lost track of it. As we have a player down. That was Alec Britton, but he's back on his feet. So now a very good chance for the Cardinals as we've reached the closing minutes of this first half. Velasquez will take the free kick. Kick knocked up, headed. No luck for the nope, no luck for the Cardinals there. Evan Sims was able to briefly knock it back into play. And now a good chance here for Liam Mulvey. Mulvey, shot blocked by Akano. And again blocked by Akano. Boy, Caleb Akano has made some fantastic blocks in this game. Miranda to Diallo. It's going to be a race. Diallo saves it from going out of bounds as we've reached the 1 minute mark. Diallo goes to Miranda. Miranda tripped up. Got it in the corner. It's knocked away. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. So a great chance here for Catonsville to end the half, possibly with some points, knock on wood. It would be their first goal if they could get one. Their first goal since all the way back in the season opener against Howard. Paul Catafalmo will toss it in. It's a little difficult to see in this press box. The walls of the press box are a little close to the edges of the windows. Catafalmo tosses it in. It's headed up. Sims keeps it in play for the Cardinals. No, Brookdale knocks it away. And Akano will sail it out of bounds as Sims is down on his hands and knees. Talking to the ref, he's getting back to his feet, limping just a bit. As that'll be an end
to
the first half.
Our halftime score, Brookdale 0, Catonsville 0.
So that'll do it for a first half. A bit of a sloppy first half. Score at halftime 0-0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of the second half of today's game.
kick off the second half. There in the white jerseys moving left to right. Catonsville in the red jerseys moving right to left.
And we are back for the start of the second half of today's men's soccer match. Brookdale and Catonsville locked 0-0 at halftime. Brookdale will kick things off to start the second half. It is a rainy, misty day here at the Joseph and Mildred Murray Stadium field. Although the rain has stopped, there's still a little bit of drizzle, a little bit of mist in the air, and we're back underway. And for those of you around Maryland who have been tuning into this game but haven't been able to keep up with other Maryland sports, the Ravens are up 10-3 over the New York Jets. Just a quick update there. Catonsville looked really aggressive in the first half here. For the first time all season, they were able to get a lot done on offense. Very different in their first couple of games, but it's still 0-0, as now Brookdale immediately having to reset here. Yeah. At Catonsville. Well, now Brookdale on the charge. Again, the Jersey Blues in white with red numbers, as that's number 26, Stephen Camacho, picking his way through traffic. Catonsville trying to get it out. James Anderson with a good shot there. Anderson, a lot of praise from head coach Kingsley Onwuka for his defensive performances in the last couple of home games for the Cardinals. Catonsville now trying to break free from this scrum, and possession is going to stick with Brookdale here. Check that score I gave you earlier, folks. It's now 17-3, Baltimore Ravens. All right, let's focus on what we got in front of us right now. Catonsville's going to get possession here as that ball's knocked out of bounds by Brookdale. Paul Catafalmo will toss it in. Like I said in the first half, if you want to see just how hard it was raining earlier, check out Paul Catafalmo's usual blonde and bushy hair. It's all slick-backed and dark brown now because of how intense the rain was earlier. As there's some tripping going on there. A couple Brookdale defenders had sandwiched number 10 for Catonsville. That's Alec Britton. And Catonsville's going to get a free kick, it looks like. So again, a good chance here offensively for the Cardinals. As the referees have stopped things here real quick. And we're back underway. Good kick. And the goalkeeper, Matti Tenhunen, is able to cover it up. Tenhunen got a yellow card back in the first half for an unknown reason. We were about to resume play when all of a sudden the ref blew his whistle, turned around, and presented a yellow card to Tenhunen. Still don't know exactly what it was for, but it has been a bit chippy out there on the field. There was a brief stoppage period where the two coaches were getting at each other. Both teams have been playing pretty physical. There's been a lot of players hitting the turf. Catonsville is proving to be a much more difficult task for Brookdale than they thought. Anderson down to Velasquez. Looking for an opening. He's sandwiched in, and he has to just kick it out of bounds. Possession is going to stick with Catonsville, though. I think they're going to rule that a Brookdale player managed to get a piece of it. Tosses into Mike Miranda. This is dangerous here on the near side of the pitch. Miranda has it taken away by number 14. It's William LeBruno. And James Anderson is there to get the stop. He finds Brendan Hartman. Hartman trying to break free. Good pass over the middle to Abu Diallo, number 18. And Diallo loses track of the ball. Jersey Blues are going to get it. Paul Catafalmo came screaming in there, actually, and is able to break it up. Abu Diallo, pass, looks like he was looking for Hartman. Instead, it's picked up by Brookdale. Deep shot by Brookdale. They're trying to keep it away from number 12. That's Liam Stewart, who missed much of the first half with an injury. He's back in. Great save there by Austin Thomas. Brookdale trying to reset here. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession's going to stick with the Jersey Blues. Alec Britton trying to get away. He goes to the ground. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession will stick with Catonsville. Here's Britton. Tries to find Miranda, but instead finds the Jersey Blues. Brookdale is going to regroup here. Brookdale looking for an opportunity. Haven't been able to find many. Catonsville, one could argue Catonsville has kind of outplayed them, but it's a slim argument. They've both kind of been bogged down by solid defensive play. There's a good play there. That's Caleb Akano, who steals the ball away. Oh, check that. That was Abu Diallo. Catonsville backing up here. Stewart, aggressive. Thomas has to get it out of there. Liam Stewart came roaring in a gaggle of Cardinals to try and break it up. And now a chance for Brookdale. Number 26, Steve Camacho with a shot blocked. Catonsville trying to get it out. Will go out of bounds. Possession goes to the Does it go to the? Yes, does it go to the Cardinals? Chance here for Brookdale. If they can get one, Catonsville is tough on defense, and Austin Thomas with another good save. So the Cardinals keep the stalemate, keep it at a stalemate. Brookdale now on the attack. They'll have to regroup now. Brookdale having to reset here as Catonsville pressing. That's Brendan Hartman trying to snag the ball away. Collision there between Hartman and Camacho. And it will be a yellow card for Brendan Hartman. So it'll be an incoming free kick here for Brookdale. Number 19, Jose Rincon, takes it. It'll be a goal kick for Austin Thomas. We've got about 37 minutes to go here in the second half. It's still 0-0. Akano. Deep shot in the direction of Hartman, headed away. Velasquez tries to get a hand on it. Did not, but possession will stick with Catonsville. Velasquez tosses it into Hartman, back to Velasquez. Velasquez knocks it up. Catonsville trying to get some momentum going here. Catafalmo misses a pass. Brookdale with a chance. Mike Miranda, Brookdale player fell. Miranda steals it away. He's got options. He goes down to Hartman, but the pass was a little short. But the Brookdale player misses it, and Hartman's going to keep possession. Best chance yet for the Cardinals. Lopez breaks through. The goalkeeper got it. That was Eduardo Lopez. That was the best chance yet for the Cardinals. Eduardo Lopez just missed out on it. If he had been just a bit closer, Catonsville could have their first goal of the game. Now here's Brookdale, as that ball will just sail wide, and Austin Thomas will line it for a goal kick. Another chance here for the Cardinals. Lopez, does he get redemption? Chased by two. Lopez with a shot. Got it! No. Wide. For a second there, it looked like it gone in, but no. That was an optical illusion. It went behind the goal. Eduardo Lopez letting me down there for a second. I thought so close for the Cardinals. You can no doubt tell that there is excitement in the air for Catonsville, as they are playing probably their best game of the season so far, and that may have been their best chance yet to score. I'll say this to Eduardo Lopez. Third time's the charm? Well, first they got to stop this to hold here defensively. There's a big tumble there by Caleb Acano. He took a big hit into the turf, and he is down. Clock is going to stop as we pause right here, make sure that Caleb Acano is okay. He went down hard.
Damn, 24-3. 2 minutes in the third.
Pulling away. 24-3 Ravens.
Nice.
So you're a Ravens fan too, though?
Oh, I support the Lobos.
Okay, that's fine. Just asking. You don't have to.
My only two teams are Tampa and Kansas City. Kansas City because it's my mom's team.
So you have to understand something. I've got a church, and today was Jersey Day.
Yeah.
And somebody walks in and they said, "Oh, I thought it was only going to be Ravens jersey." I went, "No, we have Steeler fans in church. Sorry."
They're watching a good one right now.
They still up?
Get back. Okay. So Caleb Acano is going to walk off. That's good to see. He took a pretty big hit there as he leapt through the air to try and block a shot. Did block it like he has so much, but he hit the ground hard. Abu Diallo is going to check in, number 18. As Catonsville shuffles up its defense a bit. Part of that shuffling of the defense, it looks like, is they've moved Eric Velasquez over to the middle where Acano was. So the Cardinals once again trying to break through this defensive struggle between these two teams, as we have another player down. That's a Brookdale player. That was number 14, William Labruno, but he's back on his feet, and he immediately gets a chance with the ball. Catonsville had two great chances, especially for Eduardo Lopez. Deep pat shot goes through the uprights and lands behind the goal. Thomas with the goal kick, as we've got 33 minutes to go here in the second half. Brookdale on the offensive once again. Anderson and the Brookdale player, I can't make out the number who it is. They got tangled up. The Brookdale player looks like his pants may have been pulled down just a bit, but he's readjusted himself there. It's okay, accidents happen. Ian Anderson got a little tangled up there, but he's all good. It's Catonsville looking for an opportunity. And Brookdale will get another opportunity. Down to the turf goes a Brookdale player. No whistle. They're going to let him play. And Catonsville trying to get on the offensive, but they can't seem to get organized. Miranda fighting, as there now is a whistle. Free kick coming up for Brookdale. This will be another good chance for the Jersey Blues. They might have had a good shot there, as Jimenez had a good chance. Was that Jimenez? No, check that, excuse me. It was a Johnny Bruni. Couldn't make out the number for a second. That was a Johnny Bruni who had a very good chance there to get a shot off, but missed it. And it'll be yet another goal kick here for Catonsville. Diallo, near side of the pitch, knocked out of bounds by Bruni. Brendan Hartman will toss it in for the Cardinals. Tosses it in, headed up. Diallo trying to find Miranda. Can't get there just yet. Velasquez got tangled up, and here's a good chance here for Brookdale. Shot way off target. Thomas didn't even really have to get over there. And it'll be another goal kick. We're coming up on 30 minutes to go in the second half. It's still 0-0.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
Brookdale is going to get a corner kick here. Kick is knocked up. Another shot goes wide. And Catonsville survives yet again. And they've survived quite a few of those.
Unofficially 3-3 on the corners.
Thomas with another goal kick. And Catonsville again. They're going to be in trouble. Bruni. Hartman got a hand on his jersey, and that's going to be a penalty. Hartman gets the red card. Brendan Hartman is going to be sent off for that one, and we could be seeing a penalty kick here for Brookdale, and this could be the moment that changes the game for the Jersey Blues. They've been held in check by Catonsville's defense all game long. Same goes for Catonsville's offense. This could be the chance that Brookdale needs. Waiting to see what the ruling is going to be. Hartman grabbed a whole bunch of a Johnny Bruni's jersey in his hand and wasn't letting go. And you can't do that. It's going to be a free kick. Catonsville forming up their great wall. Try and block this. Best chance we have seen. Austin Thomas motioning for the team to spread out a bit more. Here we go. It's going to roll. Did it get in? No. Thomas with an incredible save. It almost got in there. We have another yellow card. Waiting to see who it was on. They're not going to tell us that. Another brief stoppage there. There was a yellow card. We're back underway now. And again, Brookdale immediately gets the goal kick. Now it's going to be a corner kick for Brookdale.
Brookdale corner kick.
No luck on the corner kick, or is that? Nope, shot goes wide again. So Catonsville is survives yet another attack. And this is the part of the game that is kind of concerning for the Cardinals. In the last couple of games, we've seen it where despite a great defensive effort in the first half, it has been late in the second half where the team has started to show some weakness, some signs of maybe they're getting a bit tired out there, and the opposing team manages to take advantage. So far in this second half, Catonsville hasn't had as many chances. Ever since those two chances by Eduardo Lopez, including that one shot that nearly went in, even confused me. Catonsville hasn't been able to get the ball off of their side of the field. Thomas will fall on that one as another Brookville attempt goes flat. Cardinals keeping this shutout alive. I guess stalemate is the better term in this case. Now here's a chance here. Abu Diallo. Collision. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. There is a chance. A free kick. Evan Sims will take it. Sims passes out to Anderson. Anderson finds Catafalmo. Ball knocked out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. Catafalmo will pass in. Finds Miranda. Surrounded by white jerseys, he has to back off. Brookdale now trying to regroup. Here's a chance for Miranda. Down the near side. Ball knocked out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Cardinals. Lopez will toss in. Goes to Sims. Sims has it blocked. Alec Britton is there to regroup. Goes to Catafalmo. Paul wasn't exactly ready for it. He tries to find Sims. There's nothing but white jerseys in his way. Anderson keeps it in play for the Cardinals. Here's Mike Miranda. He's got one man to beat. It's going to be aggressive. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and possession is going to go back to Brookdale. Catonsville trying to remain aggressive. Lopez, good interception. Sims, back to Hydara. It's the first time, Hydera, excuse me. That's the first time we've seen him in the second half. As, well, how about that? Velasquez trying to deflect it, sends it into the bleachers. And it's going to get stuck underneath one of the bleachers there. Brookdale now with possession on the attack. And instead, they're going to play it safe here and regroup. We've got about 24 minutes to go in the second half. Velasquez knocks away that shot. Brookdale keeps it in the air. Couple of headers. Headed away. At some point, it will touch the ground. We promise. It does finally. And now Catonsville on the offensive, or at least they're trying to. Alec Britton lost track of where it was, and Mike Miranda got tripped up. Catonsville's going to keep it in play. Here's a chance for Lopez. Will third time be the charm? Lopez, no. He loses track of the ball as it's stolen away by Brookdale. It didn't help that he had three guys in his way as one of the refs goes leaping out of the way as Paul Catafalmo is going to let that one go out of bounds to keep possession with Catonsville. You got to give Catonsville credit. They are trying. Brody finds LeBruno as we reach the halfway point of the second half. So we got just a quarter of game left, lest there be overtime. Shot. Thomas could see it coming from a mile away, and he's able to stop it. Thomas's goal kick is almost going to go all the way back to him due to all the deflections. Cardinals trying to feed the ball to Eduardo Lopez, who seems to be the one member of the Cardinals who can break through that almost impregnable defense of Brookdale. He's had three really good chances. All Catonsville needs is one of these chances to go their way. Here's Mike Miranda. Miranda knocks it out for Alec Britton. Britton breaks away, but has to relinquish control over to Brookdale. LeBruno finds Arturo Hernandez Garcia. Garcia trying to fake out Sims. Good pass to Mulvey. And Mulvey finds Thomas, who just manages to scoop it up before the Jersey Blues can get to him. We've got 21 minutes to go. The pace is starting to pick up here for both teams as they can sense that this game might end a scoreless tie and they don't want overtime. What with the weather, I mean, if you look outside, there is a pretty nasty cloud formation gathering around the outside. Not the nastiest I've ever seen, but still a little darker than it was when it was raining. The last thing we want is any potential thunderstorms to bring a premature end to this one. So these teams definitely want to try and get at least some points to prevent this game from having overtime. Deep shot here by LeBruno, and it wasn't going anywhere. Thomas is going to be on it. Now, it should be worth mentioning that the Cardinals' only goal scorer of the season, Abdul Loam, has not been in yet. Loam scored in garbage time of Catonsville's first game against Howard when they were already down 9-0. It's been the only points they've been able to get all season. But they have looked much better than they did at the start of the year in these last couple of games, especially in this one. Chance here for Brookdale. Garcia has his pass deflected, and Catonsville is going to survive again. Here's Alec Britton. And he once again is going to relinquish control. He's done that a couple of times in this game where it looks like he has a chance to make a move, but suddenly backs off. That ball will sail out of bounds. Catonsville will retain possession. I'm going to apologize now, folks, if you happen to see a little black spot moving across your screen. That's a fly that has gotten into our commentary booth. We're going to try to keep him away from the camera lens. Fingers crossed. And fingers crossed here that in these final 19 minutes, Catonsville can possibly grab their first win of the season. Catonsville. Boy, he has been one of the few as there's a collision. We'll continue that thought in a second. Brookdale on the offensive again. Now Catonsville back on the offensive. Number 22, Dalton Jackson, misses a chance there, but he's keeping pace. Jason Blanco, number 11. Jackson and Blanco, both two new additions that just checked in for the Cardinals. As Coach Onwuka probably trying to give some of his more exhausted forwards a break with the hope that these bench players who haven't seen much action all day could give them a boost. Maybe. Brookdale resetting. Deep pass here. Catafalmo will head it away. Scooped up by Lopez. Velasquez goes for Britton. Can't get there in time. Still a stalemate. As possession is going to stick with Brookdale. As here comes another late transfer. Bruni is going to head to the sidelines. They're waiting to see who checked in. As Brookdale has made two new additions, including it looks like Liam Stewart is back into the game. Good to see him up and walking after taking that hit earlier in the first half. Caleb Acano, good to see him back in. He was down for a while. He's also back in. Again, Catonsville having to reset here. Brookdale. Comes a deep pass. Thomas collides with Acano, but he's able to get on it, and he's down. So is Acano. And we're going to stop here as we potentially have two Cardinals down on the same play. Hopefully Thomas is just catching his breath. They're both back up.
Restart the clock.
So another chance here for Catonsville. Britton knocks it out of bounds. Cardinals are going to have to reset here. Velasquez looking for an opportunity. Fires off in the direction of Britton. He wasn't there. Now Brookdale with a chance. Trying to get it to Stewart. LeBruno got a wide open Christopher Mazza. One man to beat. Mazza deflected by James Anderson. And in comes what could, I believe, well,
Corner kick, Brookdale.
it'll be a corner kick for Brookdale. The kick is going to be, no, Austin Thomas with the save. Got about 13 and a half minutes to go here. Cardinals are going to retain possession as it goes out of bounds. They are desperate. Try and get anything going here. As we have a Cardinal player down. It's Caleb Acano once again. It's the third time he's gone down. He'll head off as Dalton Jackson.
We've got to watch the official. When he puts his hands up, we've got to stop the clock.
Chance for Catonsville after that last stoppage. Lopez fighting his way. Can't seem to just can't get past Brookdale. Jose Rincon. Deep pass to nobody. Austin Thomas gobbles it up. Deflected, excuse me. Another chance for Brookdale. Mazza trying to get to Stewart, but Thomas is there before. Catonsville. They have another opportunity here. Maybe. They will get, it looks like, nope, goal kick, excuse me. Defense is going to get another stop here as we've got about 10 and a half minutes to go. Probably. As it looks like offsides is going to be called against Brookdale. Diallo. Nice chest hit. Keeps it alive. Down the near side of the pitch. He's trapped in a corner. Possession's going to stick with Catonsville. Alec Britton will pass in, and immediately Eduardo Lopez knocks it out of bounds. And now the frustration is starting to boil over for the Cardinals. Diallo misses that. Not sure what was going on there. There have been a couple times in today's game where the action is paused for some reason, but the referees haven't exactly mentioned what it was. That time it looked like they couldn't decide on what ball to use, as Dalton Jackson knocks that pass out of bounds. Good deflection by him. Eight and a half minutes to go in the second half. It's still 0-0. Cardinals deflected out. It doesn't feel like the Cardinals are really pressing anymore. Brookdale with a chance. Shot wide. Will go out of bounds. And here comes another corner kick for Brookdale.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
It looks like Stewart will take the kick. Headed away by the Cardinals. Brookdale's going to keep possession here, and that shot goes way above the fence and clears it. Another goal kick here for Thomas. 6.5 minutes to go. Will someone break the stalemate, or are we going to have to go to overtime? Brookdale might have a chance. That shot is wide. They will not have a chance. We do have one Brookdale player sitting down on the pitch as we reach 6 minutes. Thomas's goal kick. Catafalmo. Still showing some spirit. Has to fall on the ball there. as there's going to be a stoppage here. Catafalmo and a Brookdale player got a little chippy with each other. The referee was just giving him a warning. Free kick coming up for the Cardinals. We've got 5 minutes and about 20-ish seconds to go in the second half. After what was a pretty intense first half, the second half, these two teams have kind of resorted. Seems like all of the gas has been let out of the tank for both teams. Neither one seems to really have anything left, but Brookdale has had plenty of chances, as Catafalmo's sliding tackle is going to get him a yellow card, as he got a bit too aggressive. I think that was the same player that he was jawing with earlier. So another chance for Brookdale. Got 5 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Free kick up. It's a good kick in position. Thomas knocks it away. You've got to be careful here. And here's a chance for the Cardinals. No one is there. Alec Britton dodges the tackle, hesitates for a second, tries to get it to Mike Miranda, and the goalkeeper falls on it. It's that split hesitation by Britton that may have cost the Cardinals at least 1 or 2 seconds. They had a very good shot. Stewart over to LeBruno. Catafalmo steals it away. Here's Abu Diallo trying to break free. 4.5 minutes to go. Goes to Sims. Offsides is called. Another chance gone for the Cardinals. Another chance here for Brookdale. The final 4 minutes of this game. Shot. Thomas is on it. 3.5 minutes to go. We got 3 minutes left. The anticipation for Brookdale, they're starting to get a little desperate. They have had more chances the second half than they did in the first. A lot of that has been due to Catonsville slowing down. Miranda kind of fires in the direction of nobody. Brookdale with another chance. And the crowd, we do have a pretty good crowd despite the weather, is getting into it. 2.5 minutes to go. Here's Liam Stewart. He was injured earlier. Shot, deflected, and blocked. Knocked out of there by Sims. He and Stewart go down. That shot slams into James Anderson. Knocked out of there by the Cardinals. And it will go out of bounds. Possession will stick with Brookdale. About 2 minutes to go. Ball headed out of bounds by Alec Britton, gesturing at his teammates to help him out. He was the only one down there. Britton goes down. About 1.5 minutes left in regulation. LeBruno, shot deflected. Brookdale trying. There's another collision. LeBruno. His shot is deflected. We've got a minute to go.
Corner kick, Brookdale, 1 minute, second half.
And there's going to be a corner kick for Brookdale. One last chance, it looks like. Here's the chance. Knocked around. Lost track. Deflected. It's a scrum. Bodies are flailing everywhere. There's multiple players down, multiple collisions. We've got about 30 seconds to go. Down to the final seconds. And that's going to do it. We end regulation 0-0.
It's going to be 10 minutes for the overtime period. 10 minutes for the overtime period.
We're going to have 10 minutes.
Period 3 on the clock.
We're going to have 10 minutes of overtime coming up.
overtime. They will be moving right to left for those in the crowd. Brookdale, left to right.
So overtime. 10 minutes here to determine a winner between these two exhausted teams. We're just waiting on the clock here. Both teams plenty of chances.
Stop the clock and put 10 up, please.
We're all set here. 10 minutes to decide it. Both teams exhausted from what has been a physical game. No score in the first 90 minutes. First person to score is going to win it. Cardinals on the attack. At least they were until Alec Britton slipped up and went down, and he's hurting. And we are going to stop as Alec Britton is down. It looks like his leg had been sore. Britton getting checked out by our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller. That would be a big loss for the Cardinals. Back underway. Cardinals trying to break free. There was a jersey grab not called on Mike Miranda. Yes, it will be called. And it'll be a free kick here. Velasquez hits it down to Miranda. Tries to find Jason Blanco. Blanco backs up to Catafalmo, stolen away by Brookdale. Now the Jersey Blues on the move. We've got about 8 minutes to go in the first overtime period. Here's Christopher Mazza. Can't connect. Ball will go out of bounds. Possession will stick with Brookdale. Camacho. His pass is deflected way out of bounds by Dalton Jackson.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
So Brookdale will get a corner kick here. Their first real chance. Kick is up. Bounced around. There's a bit of a scrum. Brookdale's going to keep possession here. Looking for somebody to take a shot. No one's going to get there. Went out of bounds, excuse me. So now Catonsville with the goal kick. They'll be on the offensive. Subbing into the game for Catonsville, Alec Britton back in. Good to see him. And he's immediately motioning to his teammates, get me the ball.
Number 10, Alex Britton, returns for Catonsville.
And he will get his first chance as it's hit in his area by James Anderson. Brookdale playing it close to the sidelines. Six and a half minutes to go. And the ball looks like it stepped out of bounds, or just slipped out of bounds there. Possession is going to go over to Catonsville. Brookdale with another chance. Mazza looks for an opening. Going to go to the middle, and Catonsville gets it away. It just seems as if both teams are just exhausted, as here's a chance for Mike Miranda. Miranda playing tough. Shot, no, deflected. Miranda now down as he punches the turf in frustration. It just feels as if both teams seem to be exhausted. The drive that we saw in the first half is gone. There have been plenty of times in this overtime period and for much of the second half where the ball has been in an opportune position, but neither team has been able to get around it. They have been getting handsy with each other, as Jason Blanco just got a bit handsy there with Mazza. Camacho now with the ball, pushed into the corner by Dalton Jackson. Short pass blocked by Thomas.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
Brookdale's going to get another corner kick here. This is their second of the overtime period. Kick way over the heads of Brookdale players, but they're going to keep it going. Chance? No. Washington, Lexington. Austin Thomas's goal kick. Nice arching one up to center field. And it's coming right back to him. Again. Cardinals just aren't able to get up there. Now Brookdale will get a chance to reset. Velasquez knocks it out of bounds. And here comes another corner.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
Ravens win. Ravens win. Bears. Chance blocked. It just feels as if any momentum has been taken out of the Cardinals. They're out of gas. The tank is empty. Brookdale has controlled the ball in this overtime period. Speaking of which, we got about 2 minutes left in our first overtime. Brookdale still in control, boxed into a corner. Thomas loses control. It stays in bounds. Nope, it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds. It looked for a second like it had stayed in bounds after Austin Thomas tried to scoop it up.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
And Brookdale will get another corner kick. Kick is bounced around. Thomas falls on it. You can sense the frustration from both teams as we've reached a minute and a half to go in the first overtime period. Both teams just frustrated. They can't seem to do anything against the others. Evan Sims on it. Mike Miranda trying to break through. He's going to try and beat his man. He does beat him, but there's only 3 Cardinals down there. The rest of the Cardinals are still at midfield. And Miranda back down to his knees, pounding the ground in frustration. Where were his teammates?
1 minute remaining first overtime.
The Cardinals had a good chance there. They had 3, but they only had 3 players downfield. The rest of the Cardinals team was walking on midfield. Like I said before, there's no gas left in the tank. Both teams, they have nothing left. 2 exhausted squads just trying to end this one. You can see it there. Stephen Camacho, who was dribbling it, collapses all of a sudden like his knee gave way. Liam Stewart's shot is blocked. Another shot goes wide, and we're going to have a stoppage here with less than 20 seconds to go in overtime. As Stephen Camacho is down. It looked like his knee gave way. As they're going to call out the athletic trainer. Boy, this game has gotten ugly. Both teams completely exhausted and out of it. Catonsville, it's a little embarrassing on that last attempt, on that last real good chance they had, how there was no one down there for Mike Miranda, and you could tell he was furious. He dropped to his knees, was pounding the turf with his fist. He couldn't believe that there was no one down there to help him. And as a result, we may be looking at a second overtime period. We will be right back as our athletic staff tends to Stephen Camacho. So Stephen Camacho is helped off the field by his teammates very gingerly. One of many players to go down with injuries. We've got about 19 seconds to go here in this first half. Oh, first overtime, excuse me. Even I'm getting tired. That's how this game has been, a pretty brutal game for both teams. Lots of injuries. And we're still deadlocked 0-0. And we could have double overtime. Just a quick update for any Baltimore Ravens fans watching. The Ravens 24, New York Jets 9, the final of Week 1. Back to soccer. We're still tied up 0-0 here. Neither team able to get pretty much anything going. And this overtime has just been frustrating to watch, both as a player, a coach, or a fan, or as a commentator. Both teams just out of gas, exhausted. They've played a brutally tough game against each other. They're both exhausted, and you can see it. that last chance Catonsville had before the injury, there were only 3 Cardinals down there. The rest of the team was still at midfield. Shows you just how there's nothing in the tank for either of these teams. We've got less than 19 seconds to go in the first overtime period. Second overtime looms. I think neither of these teams want that. Sharif Haidara with the ball, as the first overtime will come to a close.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first overtime. It is still Brookdale 0, Catonsville 0.
So second overtime awaits us. We will be right back.
We will go to a
Double overtime has arrived.
Brookdale kicks off the second overtime.
We are back, and Catonsville, well, they've switched spots. They've switched sides of the pitch there. It took me a second there. Switched sides of the pitch. Brookdale and Catonsville locked in what feels like an eternal battle. It's still 0-0. And it looks like that Brookdale is going to kick this second overtime off with a corner kick.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
Corner kick goes way over the heads of the Brookdale players. Running to get it is number 20, James Schutz. Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Sorry.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
Another corner kick coming up here for Brookdale. Kick is headed away. Schutz trying to reel it in.
Corner kick, Brookdale.
And they'll get another corner kick. I cannot. You can't use your hands to count how many corner kicks there have been. As Mike Miranda gets tossed to the ground by LeBruno, it looks like. I'll check that. That was 7, Liam Mulvey.
If they have the second overtime. 2, 3.
What, the corner kicks?
Yes.
So far, yeah.
Which?
Thomas with his goal kick.
Brookdale 2, right?
And it goes right over the head of all of the Catonsville players. There's another whistle. Brookdale will get another chance. As number 28, Kenneth Emmerich, kicks away. LeBruno. Deep pass for Bomb Tempo. Here's a chance. Tries to find his man. Shot blocked. Body is hitting the floor. Catonsville survives yet again. But they do have a player down. It's Evan Sims. He does get to his feet gingerly. Our athletic trainer here at Catonsville, Miss Abby Miller, is going to be having a field day. Well, she already has had a field day, but it's going to be even more of a field day afterwards with all the ice bats Catonsville is going to need for how brutal this game has been. Brookdale with another chance. That's number 16, Jansen Munoz. Finds Bomb Tempo. Has not had the impact that we thought he would have in this game. He loses track of the ball. Diallo.
It's not even dumping chase, it's just dumping.
Cardinals not even really giving chase to the ball anymore. Catafalmo just knocks it out of bounds. Guess what? Another corner kick.
Brookdale corner kick.
Kick is up. Headed up. Catonsville survives yet again. Miranda and Britton down the far side of the pitch. They're the only ones there. In fact, they're the only ones anywhere. The rest of Catonsville is still down by the goal. And now Brookdale with a chance here. We've got 5 minutes to go in the second overtime. If we reach the end with no score, it'll be a scoreless tie. Ball will float out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for Catonsville. I'd be surprised if they retain possession on this. I'm not trying to be negative about it, but the way Catonsville's been playing in this overtime and the previous overtime, they're gassed. It's likely, unless Brookdale scores, as they seem to be the only team left of the twos that still has anything left in the tank, it seems as if this game might end in a scoreless tie. It is very likely. Sims towards Diallo, way off target, and just passes it back to Brookdale. Another Brookdale player hits the turf. Catonsville just knocks it out of there. At this point, I think the Cardinals are just trying to survive. Alec Britton and Abu Diallo do pull up a bit. But will it help?
What you have to realize is it's early in the season, and that's probably why the conditioning isn't what it would be later.
as our PA announcer, Mr. Richard Keller, just mentioned, a good point. As it is early in the season, it's expected that the team could get this tired in these long games, especially a double overtime game and only the second home game of the season. We've got 3.5 minutes to go in the overtime period. Well, I'll say this much. If it ends in a tie, it is the first non-loss of the season for the Cardinals, which is better than nothing. Britton nearly goes down again, has to steady himself. Less than 3 minutes to go. There's a chorus of frogs outside of our press box that have joined in the crowd. It is a hot and humid day out there, it's turned into after, well, actually not quite hot. It is humid. Earlier on, it was thick rain, which may have evened the playing field a bit. Here's Paul Catafalmo, steals the ball away, avoids a slide tackle, and his pass is deflected. That could have been the last chance that Catonsville has. We got 2 minutes to go. Two minutes left. Shot wide. We've got about a minute to go in overtime. One last chance here.
Second overtime.
Brookdale with a good chance there, but Thomas falls on it. You can just feel the exhaustion from both teams. They definitely want this one to be over. Boot it up. One last chance here for Brookdale. Jackson knocks it away, trying to preserve the tie. 10 seconds to go. That might be it. Hydera knocks it out of there. And there it is. This game will finish 0-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this afternoon's game with the final score in double overtime. Brookdale 0, Catonsville 0. A quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, our next home game will be this coming Tuesday. September 13th, 6:30 versus Allegheny. We look forward to seeing you then. For now, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for coming. We remind you to buckle up before you leave the campus, and we wish you a pleasant good afternoon and a safe drive home.
So as this game comes to a close, 0-0, for the first time this season, the Cardinals will not have another number added to the loss column. They'll finish this contest 0-5-1 with a 0-0 tie in double overtime against Brookdale. Next up for the Jersey Blues, they will be headed home to take on Sussex County Community College Tuesday, September 13th. Also Tuesday, September 13th, Catonsville will be at home against Allegheny College of Maryland, 5 p.m. You can watch that game plus any other Catonsville home games at CCBC Catonsville Athletics' YouTube channel. Well, folks, we thank you for tuning into this game. It was a pretty ugly one, An ugly defensive slugfest between these two, which ends in a 0-0 tie. First time this year the Cardinals have not lost a game, so I'll take that as improvement. This is Isaac Notsky signing off. Thank you for tuning in with us on this rainy day, and we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday.